Here we are given the total cost of producing X lawn mowers. So this is given as the function C of X equals 4000 plus 90x minus x squared over 3. And this function C of X is in dollars. And we have to determine the marginal average cost at X equal to 20. That is, we have to determine C bar prime of 20. So first, let's see how to determine the average cost. The average cost is represented by C bar of X, and this is nothing but the cost function divided by the number of items. That is, X represents the number of lawnmowers. So C of X over X gives the average cost. So first, let's determine this. I'm going to replace C of X by this function. So it becomes 4000 plus 90x minus x squared divided by 3, and this has to be divided by x. So let's simplify this. I'm going to divide each of the terms in the numerator by x. So the first term in the numerator is 4000. This divided by x, plus the second term is 90x divided by x, and this gives 90, because when we do 90x divided by x, this x and x will get cancelled and we will have 90 only. And then the next term is negative x squared by 3, and this we have to divide by x. So this is equivalent to negative x squared by 3. This x I can write down this as x by 1. So you have to multiply by the reciprocal of x by 1, which is 1 over x. Now we see that when we apply the exponent clause, we can reduce this by 1 by subtracting the powers. 2 minus 1 is 1. So basically this gives negative x over 3, which I will write down here. So we get this is the average cost function C bar of x. So I write this is average cost function. Now let's see how to find this marginal average cost. Marginal average cost is the derivative of the average cost function. So this marginal average cost. So this is basically the derivative of this average cost function. So I write down this C bar prime of x, and we have to find the derivative of the right side expression. So let's see how to find the derivative of each of this expression. The first expression we have is 4000 over x. I can write down this separately here. So this 4000 over x, we have to find its derivative. So this can be written as 4000 times of 1 over x. And in fact, this 1 over x can be written as x raised to the power of negative 1, and we have to find its derivative. So we have the constant 4000. When we use the constant multiple rule, we put this 4000 as it is, and then we apply the power rule to find the derivative of x raised to the power of negative 1. So according to the power rule, we put the power in front, that is negative 1, and then raise x to the power of this the power minus 1, that is negative 1, which is negative 2. So this is basically, we can simplify this. We have 4000 times negative 1 is negative 4000 times x square x power minus 2. I can rewrite this as x raised to the power of positive 2. So we found the derivative of the first term, that is 4000 over x, is equivalent to negative 4000 over x squared. So let me write down here. This is negative 4000 over x squared. I can clean this up here. Now let's find the derivative of the second term. This is 90. Its derivative is 0 because it is a constant. The derivative of any constant is 0. So you can just ignore that. And then the last term we have is a negative x over 3. So this is, we have to find its derivative. We can write down this as a negative of 1/3 times of x. And when we apply the constant multiple rule, we put the constant as it is, that is negative 1/3, and derivative of x is just 1. So the derivative is simply negative one third. So I'm going to put negative one third, which is the derivative of x over 3. So now we have got this marginal average cost function. So this is the marginal average cost function represented as c bar prime of x. Now let's find c bar prime of 20. All that we have to do is we have to replace x by 20 into the marginal average cost function. So I'm replacing x equals 20 into this function. So therefore it becomes c bar prime of 20. This equals negative 4000 divided by x is replaced as 20. So it becomes 20 square minus 1 by 3. Let's evaluate this. So this equals negative 4000 divided by 20 square is 400 minus 1 by 3. And this equals, we can simplify this. 4000 divided by 400 is 10. So this becomes negative 10, negative one third. We can approximate negative one third. This is approximately 0.33. It is a negative 0.33. So we have negative 10, negative 0.33. So this is approximately negative 10.33. And this represents the C bar prime of x. Since this is a cost marginal average cost function, we write down in terms of units. That is, we put this in terms of dollars. So it is, I had to put this in dollars, negative of $10.33. So this is the marginal average cost at x equal to 20. So we found this c bar prime of 20 equals negative 10.33. Now let's interpret this result of the marginal average cost at x equal to 20. That is, we interpret the c bar prime of 20. Uh, uh, from the four options, we choose this option. This is the correct one. And the correct interpretation is a unit price in production will decrease the average cost per unit by approximately 10.33 at a production level of 20 units. Uh, because the marginal average cost, it always indicates uh, the increase or the decrease when one unit of production is increased. Since we have a negative here, we say that a unit increase in production, it will decrease the average cost by approximately 10.33 at x equal to 20, that is at a production level of 20 units. So this is the correct interpretation of the marginal average cost at x equal to 20.